New logo, new theme music. What the hell's going on? But nonetheless, hi, how the hell are you? Welcome to the Ricky Jackson, Dwight Stevenson. That's for you. The Clay Matthews Sr. for the Dog Pound. And for me, the Dre Greenlaw. And for you Bronco fans, the old Tom Jackson 57th edition of The Other Side of the Ball. From the Vegas Media Hype Center in the entertainment capital of the world, in the Vegas Media Hype Studios on the Vegas Media Hype Network. 702-608-3259. Again, 702-608-3259 if you want to call in and talk some American Sevens Football League in Nevada, as we are on the countdown to the fall, which begins December 3rd.
And it's Vegas Hype Media.
Oh,
you said it backwards a couple weeks in a row. So
it's all right.
I'm sorry.
I meant to tell you off air, but
dyslexic.
I appreciate it.
I am not Theo, okay? I am not Theo Huxtable from the Cosby Show. Nonetheless, Double A Anthony Alvarez here, back in the house with the Rainbow Bridge of Asgard, where the booming heavens roar, and all his blue chew and all points in between. He's the mighty Viking, Scott McCorkle. And back from on assignment, he's no longer miserable. The division manager, Chris Farah.
God, being out of town sucks sometimes. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it does, but we're glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
It's always a good thing. So, gentlemen, how are we?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm lovely to see your happy face there, big boy. So anyhow, you've come up with another saying or another quote, which needs to be in a shirt. He came up with, was it unsustained violence?
Oh no, it's sustainable violence.
Sustainable violence. Okay.
Yeah, sustainable violence.
So yeah, that'll be on the shirt real soon, and in addition to B and BS, but that's for another day for another show. But nonetheless, we do have two special guests in the house with us. We will get to them very, very shortly. But so how was your trip, sir?
Different.
Really? How
That's
so?
the best way for me to put it. Well, you know what? I should say the norm. Mm-hmm. Every time I fly into California, it's the same damn thing. I fly into Long Beach.
LBC, okay.
Yep. Fly out of Long Beach. It's the easiest airport to get in and out of.
Uh-huh.
Rent a car is perfect right across the street. You could get in and out real quick. I have never, and let me everybody who's listening, I have never, ever flown back to Vegas on time. Ever. Never.
Why is there always a delay?
There's for whatever reason, and I've talked to a couple of people that have told me different things, but one of the biggest is if there's anything where Vegas has congestion with air flights, everything gets rerouted, but they delay flights out of California and out of Arizona on the norm to accommodate guys coming in from the East Coast or coming in from further away.
See, I never had that issue flying back from the Bay Area.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Hey, leave my home area alone, okay?
I ain't even gonna say no.
My collar every time he says that.
My fellow Vallejoan, Mr. Earl Stevens, but known as already got his hometown street named after him, which of course combines with the street you have to take, the exit you have to take to get to my grandparents' house, which is Magazine Street, which he talks about many in his song. So of course
real hometown baby.
Well, of course.
I'm just watching because I'm seeing if I get
loyal to my soil.
A certain logo put on me today. Yeah.
No, that was 2 weeks ago, and plus you came back to beat the Inglewood Chargers, which again I'm gonna say y'all need to utilize Brandon Cooks a little bit more in your offense.
I would agree. That's a whole nother story, and that is something that we'll talk about on a different show.
But anyhow, like I said, the countdown is on to the fall season. Fall brawl starts again on the 3rd of December. So, Mr. Division Manager, when is the deadline if you want to sign up to play in the fall?
November 1st is our deadline. So, as of November 1st, we really, in the way we're looking at this, is you don't need to have people committed.
Okay.
You need to have people signed up.
Okay.
You have to have 20 minimum. So, if you are in a situation where you don't have 20 players, call us, talk to us, let us know, because there is that situation where everybody needs to have at least 20 to be eligible.
So if you want to register to play in the fall, go to A7FLWest.com. That is A7FLWest.com and register. So with that said, we're going to go to our first guest of the evening. Okay, so I've just been confirmed that player signs up. There's no deadline. Okay, so
What?
So is that team
Who said that?
registration?
no, just player sign up.
No. So if you are a team,
Okay, if
let's
you're a team.
let's
Right, yeah, no,
let's
team
rehash
yeah.
this.
Okay,
so that way people understand.
Okay, let's get an understanding. Okay,
That way there's no question marks. So November 1st, teams have to have their teams signed up. That's the deadline.
Okay,
Is November 1st.
Okay,
All right. You
Okay.
have to have 20 on your squad.
okay.
That's the way it is. If you don't understand that, let me know. Call me. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right, but there's no just because we just got some clarification from the chat. There's no player registration deadline.
Okay.
So
No.
you can register right
Whenever
up
you
until like fall brawl
But
starts,
if
and
you
I'm
want,
sure there's some leniency afterwards.
but if you want to sign up to play, the deadline is the 1st of November.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that we got that out the way. Anyhow, our first guest here on the
He
show
said.
is a friend of the programs, and some of the photos that you've seen on the field is brought to you by this fantastic young man, this fantastic photographer, and he is here with us, promoting himself, of course, the one and only Mr. Steve Ashmore in the building.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Hi, buddy. How are
What's
you?
up, bud?
We
Can't complain.
the
Ain't
man
nobody
behind the
gonna listen.
lens. What's going on with you, baby?
The man that runs out of
Always
the
working.
way.
Always working.
Man,
If you seen Kenny Mack coming at you, you'd run for your life too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That is
I have.
that is a factual.
The only thing I
statement.
could honestly say is I've had him running at me. Unfortunately, he was blocking somebody as he was running at me.
With
That
no,
happens.
did he have cleats on?
No,
No cleats.
no
okay.
cleats.
Got
No.
that photo too.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
now you
Although,
catch just about everything.
although
Pretty
there's
much.
a nice photo of you and us, like we're just sitting here pondering, like what were we looking at?
Yeah.
But that was not courtesy of Steve. That was somebody else filming us. But anyhow, Steve, talk to us about your love for football. How do you develop a love for football, and how did you get involved shooting photos for A7?
Okay. So, as far as football goes, I grew up in the 80s as a Dolphins fan, unfortunately. So, everybody knows Dan Marino never got his ring. And that was my thing. I supported Dan Marino through all the bad years, stayed with the Dolphins. And I grew up in a Steeler family. So, naturally, they got all the rings. I got 0. And they talked crap to me pretty much every season.
Mhm.
Now, when it came to the football league with A7, I connected with Derek. Derek said, "Hey, come out and take a look at this." I was like, "Okay." I came out. I shot. I think it was the Force was the very first team I shot, and I was hooked. And just seeing what these guys do on the field, no pads, no helmets, it was vicious. So
Now I'm telling you, if you haven't seen some of Steve's work, some of just the still photos, especially when guys are going up for jump balls, it's really some fantastic stuff.
I don't know. He
Um,
caught mid hit stick for me one time.
yeah,
One of the best pictures of me personally ever been taken during football. Mid hit stick, and I mean, shout out to G Herb, took that like a champ. He hopped right back up after a minute, but great pictures. Oh, since day one, and he's really out here like getting it for the players, like and. He reaches out and he sends these out to people.
Oh yes,
like
he will be like, if you want your photos, please let me know. Hit me up,
and
Like,
he will edit them for you. He will do everything that you need to be able, for them to be post ready. Like if you think this stuff that he's posting on the page for free, just for like gimmies and stuff, if you think that stuff is good, man, go ahead and throw the man $40 before the game and see what happens. Because I've done it for a couple of games, and I have stuff I can hand down to my children off of that. Like I'm not even playing.
I will just say this, because during in between games, he will literally run up to the booth where me and Scotty are at and reset his camera, get his new SD cards and whatnot, and go back out there and
Right.
get his film ready for the next game. Like
Sunscreen, some water, and he's out.
Wait. Let's talk about those 15 lot J tacos.
I don't know when he finds
is
time
the-
to eat
there's
them.
actually more
He
than that.
is the official fan club president of La J Tacos,
Dude.
and shout out
Okay,
La J
wait.
Tacos.
He's
So-
the reason they don't do punch cards.
Right?
That is true.
So how many?
That is
What's
true.
what's your record?
22.
Jesus Christ.
So I already committed to Lajay. We're gonna break 30 in week 1.
30.
30.
Good God, man.
30, you're talking about on the Fall Brawl opening day.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
So you know what's going to happen?
What's that?
So our first game's December 3rd.
Correct.
The morning of December 4th, I don't want to be anywhere near his house.
Bro,
And his wife, dude,
they're
man.
taking off. They're taking
Miss Ashmore, I am sorry. I am very, very sorry. I will get you a bottle or, excuse me, a full can of Lysol because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
30
That's-
tacos. Good God, man.
It doesn't affect me like that.
Really?
No.
Only when he runs against Will Franklin. That's it.
All right, we've
man.
stuff now.
No, we gonna keep going on that one.
No. Actually, he
ran well.
Yes, he did. Actually, the first time
Will
during
cheated, man. Come on.
No.
He blew the whistle as he was taking off.
In Bullhead.
Oh, on Bullhead.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
was different.
to be fair, in Bullhead, he did
Whoa,
challenge me
whoa,
to a
okay,
race.
whoa. Pierce, or AKA Pierre,
Peanut.
just said
Pierre.
he is going to beat your 30 tacos.
Ready and waiting, buddy.
Oh.
So,
well.
so we might have our own Joey Chestnut Kobayashi in taco eating, as opposed to Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah, gauntlets thrown down.
Stay tuned for that.
Man, okay.
right, so
I just want to know
40
who's buying
yard
them
dashes
damn
to
things.
taco eating.
Right?
I just need to know
love
if
this
we're
league.
running that day. Because if we're running that day, I'm not going to eat them.
No.
No.
All right. So
I do want to ask you something though.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
It has nothing to do with racing. With me standing on the sidelines, I get to walk with you sometimes. We talk. I've seen you on the field trying to take pictures. It seems like there's, I don't know how else to say this, except it seems like you talk to the refs and you stand really close to the white cap. And I'm guessing that's done on purpose.
Yes.
So that way you kind of follow him and his movement, if anything. Because I have seen picks, I've seen fumbles, and I've seen you I've never seen people get out of the way so quick. Has there ever been a time where you're looking through that camera and you're like, oh, he's coming right at me?
Yes.
Oh, damn, I got to get out the way.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
How
I'm
long
just
do you
curious.
stay in the pocket on that? Like, how
With-
long do you stay
do
in
you
the
take
pocket?
the hit?
I mean,
Do you take the hit or do you move?
at all costs, we're protecting the camera. So I'll take the hit for the camera. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
it's like tuck it and
Tuck it
the
and
camera.
run.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't throw the camera?
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
I just want to ask.
Nah.
Oh yeah, because that would be my first instinct, but I'm a little special. Toss the camera out the way and just take the hit instead of just stepping a set to the side.
He's been around football long enough to understand you tuck the baby and run.
Yeah.
So
You know?
my next question for you is, how long have you done photography?
Coming up on 4.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is just
Takes
so
pretty
what
good
just
photos.
what made you just want to pick it up?
Photography in general, I've always kind of had a camera. And when I was deploying to the Middle East and whatnot, I always had a little disposables and digitals and all those things and snapping everything. And when I came back, I started my day job and I always had a camera with me. So I was like, why not make my own business out of this?
It makes
Which
sense.
you can see that he's wearing on his head, his hat, obviously. Which you can go there and see the
Little
pictures
shameless
that he
plug.
does.
Dun, dun,
Which
dun.
he does more than just sports. He also does photo shoots. It's all there. So Ashmore Media, as you see on his head.
We're
that
gonna
is-
do a booty scoot tutorial, and he's gonna.
Oh,
Film
good
it.
Lord. Here we go.
I got you, bro.
Scotty,
Okay,
Scotty,
so-
Scotty.
Our
Anyway.
producer, Nick Blaze, shout out to Nick Blaze, who is on assignment. He just asked, in regards to you and Pierre, about this taco Kobayashi Joy Chestnut contest. He's saying, can we bet on that?
What, loser buys the tacos? I mean, what are we talking about here?
I'm just asking. I'm
That's
just
a
asking
steep
the
bill.
question. I'm just asking the
That's
question
like
that
going
he
to a
asked.
bar with an alcoholic.
Well,
you don't want
you
that
also gotta
smoke.
think Lot J charges what, $3 per taco?
Is it $3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking at $90 just for 30.
That's $180 if
That's
you guys
you need
are,
a sponsor for that, oh,
right?
No.
Well, I thought.
Do they take EBT?
If not, they should.
Yeah, right. Come on.
All right.
So I got a couple of questions
Go
if
ahead.
you don't
Yeah.
mind me.
Go ahead, Scotty.
So you know me, I have a couple of different questions compared to y'all.
Here we go.
Oh,
But
boy.
I need to know, man. Like, you're down on the field, I'm stuck up in the booth. You get to hear the stuff that we don't get to hear up in the booth that doesn't necessarily make it on camera. Who is the biggest shit talker in all of A7? Like, from your experience, I want to know
That's a
who
good question.
talks the absolute
That's a
most
real good.
shit
That's a real good question.
in A7.
I've got a couple.
I'm going to say
And it's got to. I want to give me a couple. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to have you like.
I'm
single
going to
one
say
person
right
out
off
there.
the jump, I'm going to say Packer.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
jumps off the page,
That
yeah.
makes the most sense.
I would say when he's in his zone, Kenny Mack.
Okay.
yeah.
But Kenny backs it up too.
Yeah, and Kenny will
That he does.
Kenny will talk to you the whole time he's pushing you out of
Exactly.
bounds.
Yeah, he will hold you up and tell you you're a bad boy. It's not
Yes.
You hear Trey Robinson quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He chirps.
Yeah.
He chirps.
The son of Krypton.
Mm-hmm.
There
My
was-
son, I taught him well. Taught him well. Taught him well.
I mean, you hear Tone every once and again.
Yeah, Tone
Right.
is, but he's got to be in the zone for him
Right.
to start talking.
Yeah.
If not, he's quiet. which
Right.
you should be afraid of.
And then in the force, I had James St. Patrick.
Oh yeah,
He talks a lot.
Ghost.
He doesn't.
He does talk.
He
a lot.
doesn't stop.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
okay, and another one I have. Well, who's is there anybody you can just hear? Like, because there's people we can hear up in the booth.
Yes.
Who is like the loudest, like where you're like,
You mean
what the
besides Packer?
fuck is going? Packer is
I'm
loud,
just
but
asking.
in a different way. Like there's like you can hear Packer, but you can't hear what he's saying. There's other guys where you can hear you can hear them enunciating from the booth, and it's like
that's easy. G Sosa.
Oh yeah.
okay,
Oh yeah. G is freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
can
would
hear
agree
G
with
from
that.
the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
very quickly, tell us about when you traveled to Cincinnati and witnessed the
shellacking.
shellacking, for lack of a better term, that was the real Sin City taking it to Cincinnati. Talk about that experience.
Sense of titties. We played with them so much.
In regards to what though? As
Sense
far
of
as the
titties, 'cause we
gameplay?
was playing with them the whole time.
I mean, just traveling and just
put the name
filming and taking pictures. That experience in general.
Gotcha. Okay, so being on the sidelines was a different experience, especially when you're on the road. You're surrounded by all these people you don't know from your home stadium, and people always chirping from the stands from behind you.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, and it was nice to watch AJ shut him up. So
And the thing about the part about that, and I think you got a picture of it when he made his I think it was a second sack that he had, and he walked. It was third down, and he sacked the quarterback, and he walked out with not saying anything. He walked right by the grandstands and was like this.
yeah,
The whole time when he was walking by, and I was laughing because I'm like, dude, well, what are you gonna say to him?
Please run to my side. Please run to my side. Please run to my side.
Right?
yeah. There was as the game went on, it was shooting from the sidelines was a different perspective. The whole season, I was used to being on the field, so taking a different perspective from the sideline itself.
Why did that happen?
Damn, you had to go there, didn't you?
Fuck yes, I do.
Well, let's just say,
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Scotty always
Of
has to ask a
course-
tough question.
let's
Of
just say,
course I do.
let's just say the words came down from a lot higher than me, and Derek relayed the message.
Okay, so we have a
shut up.
listener that has a question for you.
Yeah.
Jose wants to know who had the best celebration.
Best celebration as far as
I
Touchdown celebration?
I guess touchdown
I guess.
celebration.
got to go with Knox with the pole dance.
Yeah, that was
Shout
funny.
out to
That was funny.
and shout out
That was
to Vinny the Jet, man. He's down right now, the originator of the pole dance, man. We're just paying tribute to him every time we do it. Knox will agree with you. Vince originated that. He's down right now with a little injury, but man, shout out to Vince, man. We love you, Vinny.
That was
man,
nasty
get
when
better.
that happened.
Hey, man, I love that, man, and I hope you get better soon, brother.
Can I ask something real quick?
Yes.
Do you ever worry about something like this happening? I'm going to play a video, and then I'll show you the aftermath of the video. So there's a cameraman on the side, and then
North Dakota State.
Oh,
No, that's
Boom!
Oregon and
Or-
Stanford.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's Oregon and Washington State.
but here's the aftermath of the camera.
oh no!
And this is obviously like you know how expensive this lens and camera
That's a
is.
$6,000 camera body by itself.
Are you serious?
Just the body, and then that lens is about
About another $2,000.
$2. Yeah,
I know strippers, their bodies don't cost $6,000.
So
Which-
that lens is actually the one I use.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Which, by the way, those Rose Bowl 1994 Oregon Duck jerseys is probably still my favorite rendition of the Oregon Ducks jerseys. Just want to throw that out.
this would make me cry.
I like those shiny helmets better than those. Just saying.
The chrome ones.
Yeah.
Those are
Chromes
nice.
are nice.
Those are
Looking
nice.
at that specific situation, that photographer should have known
To get out the way.
he shouldn't have been in that position to begin with.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should have friggin'
Okay, for
ludicrous
something,
it.
okay, for
Move,
something,
bitch.
okay, for
Get
something
out
like
the
that.
way.
If you're on the sideline, where would you, on a play like that, where would you be positioned at on the sideline if you're down there on the field?
Well, looking at that specific play, it looks like he was fairly close to the sideline.
Okay.
So I would actually position a little further up
Okay.
and shoot back.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like from where the play started, he ran up, but I mean, use common sense, man.
Too close to the sidelines.
Yeah.
I mean, we see it all the time. And
Yeah.
what happens?
And they got
What happens
zoomed for
even
a
with
reason.
us? Well, I mean, think about this. You know, when we were at the championship game, you saw how close the end zones are,
Mhm.
right? Whether you're at the grandstands on one side or the wall on the other. Now think about that. You've got guys that are taking that are with their cameras that close, and we saw those guys had a hard time stopping going through the end zone, and some to the wall and some to we had who was it that hit the logo. Hit the stands.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you think about that, and you got guys taking pictures, what's the only thing you can do? I mean, at that
And
point
this shows
in time,
the other angle if you actually get hit.
duck is the only thing you could do.
Look out!
Oh no!
Why didn't he just turn and tuck?
Yeah,
That
okay.
too.
So that's the reaction is you just get your
Yeah,
camera
tuck the
away.
baby and turn.
It's like
Take the hit.
took the baby and turn. I like that. Oh,
I mean, you see guys do it all the time, even with the cameras on their when they have their cameras on their shoulders. You'll
Shout
see
out
them
to-
turn around or
Shout
turn
out to
sideways.
Quan with that footage right
Man.
there. That's dynamite.
Quickness.
Yeah, that's
like
very
that.
dynamite.
That's like Jamie from JRE
So,
quickness right
That's
there.
like when he was trying to, he
Shout
was
out to
working
Red
and he had to put up a picture of you.
So before we say so long for now, just give me your views on the future of A7FL.
I'm excited where it's going.
Yeah.
Based on the promotions, different platforms, the relationships that Derek and everybody else has built, I'm excited where it's going.
Well, you're not wrong. He is definitely not wrong. So just one time for people that want to check out all of your work, where do they go to?
You can go on Instagram, ashmore.media. You can go on my website, ashmoremedia.me. Facebook, it's just Ashmore Media altogether. And everything's on there.
And he travels too, so he's always like, don't think just because you're not in Las Vegas that you can't get some work from him. He's in Reno, he's in Arizona all the time, California. He goes everywhere and takes pictures. I'm sold on his work.
Nick wants to know, are you going to be on the field?
We'll save that for a later time.
Are you
Okay.
fucking kidding?
There's-
Are you actually
There's some
kidding me?
conversations that need to happen before
Yeah.
I give that answer.
All right. Last question, and this is the Dolphins question.
Oh boy,
Will Tyreek break 2,000 yards this season?
easily.
Okay.
Week 6, he was already at like 1,300.
What will be his final number?
I'll say 2,400.
Ooh.
Well, hey, let's preface that with saying that unless he gets hurt. You always have to
Okay,
preface that because so many times you do bets, so many times you say things,
Right.
and then somebody, oh, well, he didn't do it.
Him
Dude, he
giving a
was
full
down for
season.
4 games.
Him giving a full
Games.
season, I'll say
Exactly.
Down for 4 gays.
Gays.
Stop
He's
it.
down for 4 gays. You would pick up on that. Thank you.
Steve Ashmore, we appreciate the time, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming in, buddy.
Thanks,
Much
brother.
love, baby.
Appreciate you.
One of the best cameramen in the business and definitely a friend to A7FL.
And if you want some extra love from the pictures and stuff, man, throw the man $20, $30, $40 on Cash App, whatever, before the game. He's there already. Get some stuff you can send to your kids, whatever it is, man. But he just told me $25. He's giving
keep
out
it cheap for the
discounts,
boys.
man. Like get something you can show off for people, man. We're out here to show off, man. Do it.
Let's have fun, man. And by the way, pictures have been great, even from the standpoint of the championship game. I love looking at them. So appreciate you, man.
Appreciate that.
Once
Thank you,
again,
Steve.
that was the great Steve Ashmore of Ashmore Media. Best cameraman in the business.
Thank you, buddy.
I'll just go ahead and say that. And I really want this
Oh, hey, hold on.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
Dub, real
Yes,
quick.
yes.
Before Steve takes off, he's got a couple of things for you real quick.
I do.
Yes.
Knowing you're
He-
a Giants fan,
Right.
I wanted to do something for you.
Okay.
And this is hard for a Dodger fan to admit this.
Uh-oh.
So I got a couple gifts for you that are Giants memorabilia.
Oh, bless your heart.
So
Oh,
Mm.
this is.
Oh, yeah.
This is.
This
This will be
I
interesting.
can't wait for
Well,
this.
understand. I can't stand them, but I respect their history.
got an autographed bat.
Oh my! Is this Kevin Mitchell?
Kevin Mitchell. Oh.
The 1989 NL MVP himself. Bless your heart.
And then
Oh, wait.
from your
Wait, oh no, it's
There's
not,
more.
It's not done.
World Series, we got a baseball with some game dirt.
This is straight from.
Yeah.
All authenticated.
Hold
Oh,
that
wow.
up, baby.
Hold
Hold that
that up,
up.
they can
Show it
see.
to the camera.
So like the Giants fan in me right now is about to like cry.
That's what we're betting
I
on.
was
Damn it,
thinking
we're
about
betting
you were
on
gonna
that.
cry. God damn it, I was hoping you were gonna cry.
Hum baby. Hum baby. Kevin Mitchell, of course, hit 47 home runs, knocked in 131 in 1989 as the Giants went to the World Series. But of course, that was short-lived by the earthquake.
Yes, sir.
But still, the fact that it takes a lot for a Dodger fan to do this, but
It does.
Man, you give everybody their flowers every time they deserve it, man. You deserve something for yourself too.
I
Yes,
saw
you
it,
do.
I was like, this has Dub written all over. I got to get this.
well, bless your heart, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you for that.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Especially from a
Like that.
fucking Dodgers fan.
Well, truth be told, I actually got to step foot on the field at the big phone booth. That is Oracle Park during FanFest one year, and
Now you got a piece of it.
yeah, and I actually got to jump off the outfield wall like I was trying to rob a home run, which I know why now I didn't play basketball. I knew then.
Weren't built for
I knew
that?
no. Well, like I said, I knew my sport was baseball. Hence why I played it for so many years. But thank you, man. Appreciate you. I might
That's
take
fucking awesome.
I might
Thank
take
you
some
very
damn
much,
batting
Steve.
practice.
Thanks, Steve.
That's great. Thank you, Steve.
Dude,
So,
that's a dope ass gift.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. Don't beat up the table.
No,
with
no,
that
no, no,
baseball
no,
bat.
no.
Oh, he just wants to keep looking at it now.
It's a pat with Kevin Mitchell's autograph on it. Like, you don't understand. Him and Will
I
Clark.
really don't.
Him and Will Clark are the reason why I became a Giants fan, and I bleed orange and black.
That's wild. And that's dope.
Anyhow, 702-609-3259.
Checking your notes.
Checking my notes. 702-608-3259 if you want to call. As our next guest is prepping, but before that, we will go back to this topic again. And I was hoping we can get some actual video footage because there's something I want to say, and plus I wanted to get Chris's thoughts on it. Now, last week,
Go ahead. Sorry.
on his Let's Go podcast, Tom Brady was talking about the lack of physicality that is in today's football. And there was a video that I wanted to show that I don't know if it got to Quan in time or not, but it's funny because he's the last person talking about lack of physicality when he benefited off of a call last year against the Falcons.
Yes.
Where Grady Jarrett cleanly sacked him.
Yes. And was called for
for roughing the passer.
Yes.
Now, I'm like, okay, you're not wrong with what you're saying, but it's like, how can you of all people say that when you yourself benefited from getting love tapped, and then you went to go hark to the referee, and they're like, oh, it's going against them.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get your thoughts on what he said about that and just your feeling about it. And of course, like I said, you're on the sideline.
Mhm.
Scotty has played on the field and also here in the Bilbo. Also, it's in tune with how our game has been very much.
I've played defense.
Yes, you have. But
I've played wide
but I'm
receiver,
just saying, this just how our game has been, as people have said, 80% of our game is safe, and
Yep.
how we stress, wrap tackling, so on and so forth. But of course, you two can explain that better because you've played it.
Yes.
You see it on the field, so the floor is yours.
So
Sustainable violence. It's
Yeah.
our brand.
I mean, well, so are you asking me my thoughts on what
Brady said.
Brady
yes.
said?
Yes.
So basically, when I think about it, is Brady also said that there's a couple of things that he said that caught my ear. One of them was the fact we might as well be playing flag. That was something that he did say, and I thought that was interesting because here's a guy that was a NFL quarterback and would complain to the refs about how hard he got hit from a defensive end or a defensive tackle. So my bottom line on this is, if I had to put A7 next to the NFL, I would say we're a lot safer. I mean, we're not trying, you don't have guys trying to drop their head and drive through somebody. Wrap tackling, you can still drive through them, but you've got to bring the basics that we used to teach when I was a coach for kids that were playing tackle football for the first time.
Pop Warner.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is the basics of football. And this game, to me, is much safer because don't have guys leading with their heads. You don't have guys that are just trying to blow somebody up to get them to the ground, right? So, bottom line, if I had to choose between the NFL and A7 as far as safety is concerned, to me, A7 is much safer than the NFL.
Mr. Sustainable Violence.
I mean, I think our game is safer if it's played correctly. You know what I mean? Like, but that falls back on us as players. I think it's also like on them in the NFL too, because they don't have to necessarily come in leading with their head and everything. They can be as violent as they want with their shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, but for Brady to say that, I think is a little wild. I think it's accurate. You know what I mean? But I think that's where we come in and we fill in that void. Not only do we fill in the void of getting able to see like people actually getting after it and going after each other, like our rules are set to where you have to do it technically sound. So we get to do it on a more consistent basis. But also we add in that if you really think you can get out here, all it takes is a registration fee and the willingness to put your butt on the line, to put your Mondays at work on the line. You know what I mean? Like if you think you're tough enough, you can come out here and prove that you're willing to be more violent than these guys that are getting that are on TV every Sunday. And now you're going to be able to be on TV during the off season.
Well, and I think you hit it kind of on the head. I mean, there's a certain kind of violence that's allowed in our game. And
encouraged, not allowed. It's encouraged.
Exactly.
We want violence. You just have to do it the right way.
And most guys want the smoke. So let's make sure that you understand that. When you come out to play our game, and I used to say this when I played flag because we didn't have this when I was playing. My thing was I took out all my aggression on Sundays. That was my stress reliever. Yeah. And I was hitting people as hard as I could legally. Mm-hmm. And so when I look at this game, it's like, damn, I wish this game was around when I was in my 20s and early 30s. Now I'm in my early 50s, and that's a whole nother story.
You stop it with that.
What? Body don't heal the way it used to, man. I'm just being honest.
I get that, but
I'll probably still be sore after I work out with Scotty. Tomorrow I'll probably still be sore next Wednesday when I come in. So I mean, you just don't heal like you used to. I mean, it's soreness takes a little bit longer. Things take a little bit longer. So if we had 2 weeks in between games, I might be playing.
Well, I know the mind and the heart is still there, but of course,
the body's like,
no, sit yourself down.
No.
This is not going to happen. Not today.
And Mrs. Vera is sit your ass down.
Shout out to Miss Tammy. Hi, Miss Tammy. Well, as they say, happy wife, happy life.
Yes, sir. I got to keep it happy because if not, my ass is in trouble.
You certainly don't want that. So,
cheaper to keep her. Damn. Just saying. Love you, hon. Hopefully she ain't watching.
I mean, do you think she does? Hey, man, so quick question. Hey, Mr. Division Manager.
Yes, sir.
Based on the tempo that we've set.
No.
That we've set. With this past season.
Yep.
And with Nevada's putting on the fall brawl in preparation, not just in preparation, but so that we can also just play more and have more competition, but essentially in preparation for the next, national championship eligible season.
Yeah.
What are these other teams in other divisions going to have to do to keep on pace with what Nevada's doing right now?
Well, I mean, realistically speaking, we kind of set the stage, obviously, with A7 with the fall brawl. We don't have a lot of other divisions that are playing in a fall brawl, or playing in a fall season. So what do they have to do to keep up is really up to each individual team. But to me, the only way for them truly to keep up, playing the fall themselves.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. Do we have any non-Nevada teams signed up for any non-Nevada players making the trips out? Do we have any? We've heard rumors of people coming out. We've heard rumors of people joining teams and all that, but do we have anything set in stone as of now?
Nothing that I can sit here and tell you is 100%.
Okay.
So in other words, yes, I've heard the same rumors. I have yet to see anybody sign up.
Okay.
To kind of back those rumors.
Show me the money.
Exactly. So as of right now, no, there's nothing that I can point to and say yes.
To which again, if you would like to sign up and play in the fall season, again, please go to A7FLWest.com. Again, the deadline to register is November the 1st, or to sign up to register to play is November the 1st. So again, A7FLWest.com if you want to play in the fall, which the fall starts, once again, on December the 3rd.
And it's free to talk that talk, man, but it only costs $40 plus a jersey fee to really see if you can walk that walk, man. Come out here, man. Everybody's out here on the internet saying they could do this, they can do that.
Well, let me just say
we don't have enough registrations to back up all that internet talking, man.
Let me just say real quick,
keyboard or get on the gridiron.
Let me just say real quick with Kelly. Kelly, you are 1,000% correct. Everybody is taking the fall to get ready for us for next season. So there's a lot of
playing football. They're really not getting ready.
I agree. There's a lot of movement, a lot of talk from back east. We'll see what happens.
That's another thing I wanted to get into.
Well, we'll get into that at another time because right now we've got other things to deal with, if you will. So, Dub?
Basically, Scotty is foaming at the mouth because he had to take the spring off. So, needless to say, he's been ready to hit somebody since we were in the booth together during the spring season or the national season. Let me get my terms correct.
You'll get out some of that aggression.
The national season. So he's ready to dish out some sustained violence, if you will.
Yes, sir. Good form, relentless pursuit, man. That's all I'm about. I may not be the best. I never claim to be the best. I don't never claim to hit the hardest or anything like that. What you're not finna do is run away from me.
Plays in this game.
Well,
you're not finna run away from me.
To quote one Adrienne Balboa, as she said to her husband Robert Balboa Sr., they can have everything, but they don't have your heart.
Exactly.
Amen.
Heart means everything in this game, man.
All day long.
Like I said, Rocky movies really do have life lessons for that ass. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, a little local. Okay. So obviously, the most exciting play in sports is the 3-on-1 return. So, how would you explain this to somebody that's watching this for the first time?
I can't
3-on-1?
say the one
Yes.
I said the first time.
So the way
I've said a lot of really foul shit on this podcast, and for somebody to actually come up to me and say, "You can't say that again," I'm gonna take that to heart.
Okay,
but
so
that's exactly
how
what it
I
is
would
to me.
explain the 3-on-1 is
and
like
having
this.
no kicker.
Well, and the thing about it is, I'll say it's a 3-on-1 throw off. 3 defenders versus 1 offensive player. The offensive player is receiving the ball. The 3 obviously are defending their end zone. So once the receiver catches or picks up the ball, depending on where it's thrown, he then tries to return it for a touchdown against the 3 other defenders. It's the easiest way I can say. And keep in mind, that's somebody that doesn't understand football 100% either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my best way of explaining it. Now, Scotty's 3-on-1, his explanation, totally different than mine, but his 3-on-1 is actually very sexual too. So we're just going to leave it at that.
Well,
there's a lot about me that's really sexual, sir.
Exactly.
I'll just say this. Try to imagine Deion Sanders or Devin Hester returning against 3 different guys.
No.
Oh,
No.
Jesus. Can you imagine if Deion Sanders was out there trying?
Man,
Anyway,
look,
that's
we
a
have
whole
a
nother story.
we have a hard enough time trying to tackle fucking Lavish and
Savion.
Danye and
Savion.
Savion. We don't need all that shit. Like,
You don't need that
and
smoke.
That is a great fucking segue
And don't-
into something that
and don't
we
forget-
may not supposed to be talking about right here, but Dub wants to speak on it, and I think it's such an amazing thing for our brand of football, our style of football, just
Am I
because
missing
it
something?
sheds light. Yes.
Okay.
You might be, but it sheds light on the
Thought I'd
fact that
ask.
the NFL isn't the only brand of football out there. And
Of
it's the
course.
fact that the LA Olympics in 2028 are going to have flag football.
Yes.
And I think it's
yes.
absolutely amazing because it's going to show that, like, it may be flag. I understand that, and we're not a flag league.
But a lot of
But
you guys
a lot
come
of us, we come
from
from
a flag
roots.
background. Yes.
Because what this league is doing is it's taking these flag players
minute,
that
what year?
think they have what's up?
2028 when it comes back.
2028?
Yes.
So 2028,
Uh-huh.
flag football will officially become an Olympic sport. Now the 2020 games are returning back to the United States, coming back to Los Angeles for the first time, obviously since '84. First time back in the States since Atlanta in '96. So
Interesting. Well,
yeah.
I'll be 57. Wonder if I could still play center.
Man,
Might
look,
have to talk
like,
about that.
Or you and I can vouch to go to NBC
Well,
Universal and be like, put us in the booth for this.
And here's
Yes,
the
because
thing.
we know the game.
Here's the thing. Not only is for the first time, like, you know, like other American professional leagues are like, they'll tell people not to go play in the Olympics and all that shit.
Right.
Well, the NFL is not only encouraging or not only allowing, but they're encouraging NFL guys to go play
Well,
for
heck,
the Olympics.
Micah Parsons and Tyreek Hill have already said we want in.
Jesus Christ.
That's some
Can you
speed right
imagine-
there.
No, can you imagine like
Micah
Team
Parsons
North
at-
Korea trying to run from Micah Parsons?
Oh,
Like,
good
come
luck.
the fuck on.
I'll guarantee Micah
Who's
Parsons
covering
could run.
Tyreek? Who in the world is covering Tyreek?
Micah.
Tyreek.
Look,
The only
I will
person that
bet.
can
I will bet
cover-
money. There's not a soul in South Korea Like how I said that?
That's
Just wondering if you're going to catch
fucking
on.
caught it.
But
That was
I
good.
There's
got
not
it.
a soul in South Korea that could run faster scared than Michael Parsons can run mad. Just saying.
Right. Okay. And
Just
but
saying.
here's why I think it's so amazing for our brand of football is it's going to turn more everyday people into flag fans because they're going to realize that, oh, flag is fun to watch. It's not lame. Like it's not like there is. And then once they realize that flag is more than what these NFL flag style rules are, when there's contact, there's baby steps into our game, and our game ends up being the MMA at the end of WWF. And that's what
UFC.
this is going to be. It's what we are, the UFC at the end of the amateur wrestling chain that is flag football. And so what that means is that to shed some light on some flag football by these crazy athletic guys, maybe it'll get people more interested in their leagues. But then once you get into flag, what's the first people talk shit about? Anybody who's played flag, what's the first person somebody's going to talk crap about? They're going to say, oh, but this ain't tackle.
Yeah.
If we could hit, it'd be different.
Okay, but
Well,
first
we
off,
are
Come to
the
A7.
solution.
well, first off, number one, it is very hard to grab a flag, especially if the person is very shifty and can juke and move and go east and west. Now I played in a flag tournament.
I'm
many
rated
moons-
99 in flag pulls. I'm just gonna
many
say.
moons ago in middle school. It is hard to grab those flags when they're shifty
Yes.
and they can run. Okay,
Hard to run when
As-
you're on your butt.
that too. And plus, there is, as we always say, you can't coach speed. You can't.
Nope.
So unless you're out there, unless you've played it, don't think it's easy to try and grab a flag playing flag football. I mean,
we'll have
just-
a bunch of torn ACLs on some post office workers.
okay. I'll during championship weekend, watching the Kings of Florida playing in their flag tournament. Do you know how hard it was to try and get the flags off of those athletes?
Yeah, I did it.
I-
I actually did it. I actually shut down my side when I was in the game.
Well,
But
like-
we're not
well,
gonna talk
like I
about
said,
that.
they-
I didn't get into the
like
fourth
I
quarter on my
said,
team.
like I said, they don't have your heart and they don't have your motor.
Exactly.
They also don't take Blue Chew before the game. I'm serious.
This mother-
Scotty, the
I
billboard,
want a
the,
sponsorship so
bill,
bad.
the billboard that is Scott the Viking McCorkle.
Oh my God.
There never
Anyway.
is. I'm telling you, there never is a dull moment on this show.
Never.
Hence why we love doing it so much.
That's why I missed you, brother.
A little bit of local news. As the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Knights are off to an historic start.
7-0.
7 straight wins, and that's the most ever by a defending champion to start a season.
On top of the Aces just winning back-to-back championships.
Yes.
We are a championship city right now. A7, WNBA, NHL. It's, man, Vegas.
It's on.
Vegas versus everybody. I'm pretty sure we were the first ones to say that shit on this podcast.
Yeah, now it's trending.
Yeah.
But, man,
Yeah.
Now it's
t-shirts
trending.
and all kinds
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
Let's go back and find where we said that shit. I don't know which one of us said it first.
It was you.
And you know what? I told Derek we need to coin that.
Man,
Copyright
look,
it.
Copyright it.
Copyright it.
sustainable
We could have been
violence
making
is
money
next,
off of
I'm
it.
telling you.
Well, I will
My
say.
bad. I interrupted.
No,
you.
no, because I mean,
ADD and CTE fucked me up.
well, Double D, who was on assignment, just said A7 in a row, which
There
he's
you
not.
go.
He's,
A7 in a row.
he's not
He's
wrong.
on fire.
He is not wrong.
He's
2
a
seasons,
wordsmith.
1 cup.
2 seasons, 1
That's
cup.
true.
God, I love
That's- and also,
That makes me hard.
Vegas Ralph was very, very busy. While he was at the Aces celebrating the Aces going back to back, he was in Mark Davis's grill talking about Fire McDaniels. Fire McDaniels. Fire McDaniels. Anywhere Mark Davis was trying to walk, there was Vegas Ralph.
Yeah, I
And
think his toupee says the same thing at night.
that's not a toupee. That's his real hair.
That's a comb over.
Damn.
No, Howard Cosell had a comb over.
Mm.
And Howard Cosell is one of my biggest broadcasting inspirations, but
Howard Cosell had a friggin' toupee, dude.
that too. And I used to think Vince McMahon had one until it got shaved at WrestleMania 25
And it grew back.
in Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was really his hair. That was not a toupee.
Nope.
That's sad that that's actually his hair. That's fucked up.
No, because and yes,
Hello.
in addition, shout out to Coach Odom and the Rebels. 6-1
God
to start
damn,
the season
killing him.
And
Bowl
bowl
eligible
eligible for the first time
in
in 10 years.
But now, perhaps Mountain West Conference aspirations, which makes
Ah.
this game against Fresno State this upcoming Friday, I believe, huge. Which you can see that game on Fox Sports 1. But yeah, shout out to Coach Odom. Hopefully he can make this a continuing trend and make this a consistent thing. I mean, the crowd was live on Saturday against Colorado State in a back and forth seesaw battle, which the Rebels won on a last-second field goal. But yeah, Bowl for the first time in 2013 and a chance to add some more wins. So a shout out to Coach Odom in his first year doing big things with the Rebel football program.
As he should.
Well, I mean, he brought in his guys, and this, I forgot the name of the offense that they're running, but it's a pretty unique offense. But yeah, some good things going on here in which
buy-ins count, man. Buy-ins count.
They do count. But
and they're, thank you, Scotty. I was just going to say for the first time, the Rebels are actually recruiting heavily from Las Vegas.
Okay.
Which is something
also
they don't
shout out
always
to Bishop
have.
Gorman, which I think is ranked also top 5.
Well, I know that
Number
they were
2.
two in the
They were two
in
next to Matter Day.
Yeah.
And when Miami came to
somebody
town.
tell Derek Duncan to put his phone down because he is going straight ham.
Is he ham or hammered?
No, he's going ham.
Uh-oh.
Talking about 10 years in a bowl, 10 years of A7, which is true. The 10th anniversary. The 10th anniversary of the American Seminoles Football League is taking place next season. So
Longer than any relationship I've had.
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, it's been the longest spring league out of spring football, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Longer than the USFL, longer than the XFL.
Gang, gang.
Hence, the XFL and USFL are merging, but yet here's the A7 coming into their 10th.
Man, we're
season.
going to send them a lot of talent. I don't take anything away from any of these other leagues. We're going to send a bunch of you guys, all kinds of talent. And we're going to take these guys that were misled in high school, that, didn't have, had kids in college or early in high school or whatever. We're going to take all these guys that didn't get a shot out of school and, maybe had to go get a job to support their family. We're going to send you guys a whole lot of talent. I hope you guys are ready for a whole different breed of football players, because our technique is different and our relentlessness is different, and you can't play this game unless you have a real serious motor, because you're just going to get burnt on the back end.
Sustained violence.
Sustained violence and a real motor.
Like I said, Scotty has been foaming at the mouth to hit somebody since the national season. Like sometimes he would still play and he would almost Ric Flair chop me in the booth.
Yeah.
That's how that.
I get touchy-feely.
By the way, no hitting tomorrow when we're practicing.
Okay.
Just telling you now.
So you're
just aggressive belly rubs.
I'm going to have to wear a red shirt.
don't hit the quarterback in practice.
Exactly.
I'm on offense too. I'm trying not to.
So are you playing both ways in the fall this year, or is that the plan?
Man, look, I'm a fill in where my team needs me. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. I just want to play football.
Sound like the ultimate great teammate that you are.
Yeah, I just want to play
I'm not
football.
surprised by that answer
I'll
one
play
bit.
linebacker. I'll play D end. You don't want me to play DB. I will, but you don't want me to do that.
Truthfully just want to see you, AJ, and Mouth just line up, just the three of y'all, and just
have fun.
Go have a feast.
As long as he ain't playing tight end, we'll be all right.
I mean, it'll be more of a loose end, but I can make it work.
It's the butt naked booty scoots that scare me. Anyway.
BNBS.
Oh, as soon as I catch a touchdown.
Oh, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Steve, you're going to have to take pictures of that, just so you know.
Straight to tell you.
I just don't know how.
Was that?
I just don't know how I'm going to call that if that actually happens. I'm just going to be like, well, Scotty's been Scotty. Here we go.
Well, how do you think I'm going to call that? Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Yeah, we're going to have to cut this from live too. Cut his feed.
Yes.
And welcome back to the booth.
Right? Yeah. He's sitting next to you, not me.
He's going to be playing.
Hey, I keep
No,
it
but
clean,
when he comes
man.
back to the booth.
Played with.
Well, that too.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
You're not wrong.
I don't mind a nice little tongue punch every once in a while.
Oh, Jesus.
I just hope we can get a telestrator.
Yeah.
So you can explain what happened here, there, and why there's a seal in the alley, and you run up and score a touchdown.
I'll seal your alley.
I knew that was
here we
coming.
go.
Hot dog down the hallway. Anyway.
Indeed. Anyhow, so again, I'm going to stress this point. If you want to play in the fall season, if you want to play in the fall season, again, go to A7FLWest.com. That's A7FLWest.com and register.
And if you ain't got $40, you shouldn't be talking shit.
Ooh.
Pay your fucking fees. God damn it.
Wow.
You said pay your fees and pay them now. Now. Do it
A
now.
bunch of people talking shit with them with the empty ass wallet. Either that or they just don't want to do it.
You just want to belly to belly suplex somebody.
I want belly to belly something.
That's really, Dub? You know that was going there.
No, well, I mean,
anything
he-
you're talking about belly to belly, or I'm
talking-
just glad you didn't say rear naked choke, because you know where that was going.
No. That's why I said belly to belly suplex like this. That's why I said belly to belly suplex like Rick and Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers.
Okay.
Which are also Michigan graduates out of Bay City, Michigan.
The University of Michigan.
Oh, excuse me, Mason Blue. Hell to the victors. Anyhow,
Softest schedule in football, but we're ranked number
No,
2.
that's Alabama.
whatever.
that's
And
Alabama.
that's
least
why,
we're
and
winning
that's
our
why they
fucking
lost.
At least we're winning with our soft ass schedule.
Anyhow,
Fuck the Tide.
I agree with that. Hunker down, go Dogs. Anyhow, we do.
Seminoles.
Yeah, you guys are undefeated as well.
Did you know that the actual
rank.
Seminole Native Americans actually have have African blood? They're one of the only Native Americans that actually have that. They're also the only Native American tribe that average over 6 feet tall and can like on average live to over 100 years old. Knowledge nugget.
Damn.
God bless the natives.
I'm Caribbean, so I don't care. Anyway.
I'm just a black skin that can't tan.
Butt stuff and facts with Scott.
Anyhow,
Unrelated
in the building joining us actually is one of my favorite players to watch in the league. He is a part of that 3-headed monster run attack of the Las Vegas Force.
Or is he?
Well, that's the question that remains to be seen. But anyhow, during this past season, he was part of that 3-headed monster in the backfield with the Las Vegas Force, and he does a very nice mean backflip. And of course, like myself, he is a fellow Sagittarius. The one, the only, Tyreek Voodoo Flowers is in the building. You've asked and asked and asked and asked some more to come on this show, and he has finally made it. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you.
Thank the Lord.
You know, one text was good, bro. Really. One text was good.
Now, you, my friend, have been.
I didn't know how long the line was. You know?
It's long. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's long.
Hey, it's long but distinguished.
You, my friend, have been a very busy man.
Yeah.
He's
Since
been everywhere.
he's been everywhere.
He's been all over my friggin' page. It's like,
If you have
really?
not seen this guy work out, like he can give his own tutorial if he wants to, but
ready to feel like shit if you watch his workout.
Yeah.
You feel lazy as fuck watching his workout.
I just
Make you
got back
feel
from the
lazy
gym,
as
but he's
shit.
still going for another
God
hour.
damn.
Damn.
he is pumping iron and pumping it very hard. But
You know,
anyhow,
it's the age thing.
And then if you see him in the gym, it's just a whole bunch of girls standing around him staring at him.
look at me, look at me, look at me flex.
It's because he's doing it with his shirt
I
off.
caught him out there working out hard as fuck. At
No, but
EOS.
anyhow, you are one of you are definitely one of my top 10 players to watch in the league.
Appreciate it.
So how would you assess the past season? Because I know, I'm not going to take credit for this, but Scotty was in the booth with me during one game, and I'm just like, why are they not giving 5 the ball? And then it clicked. They gave you the ball, and then the offense just seemingly took off, and you guys went on a little run before your playoff game. So assess the season for you, assess the season for your team, and what is next in the future for one Voodoo Reek.
The season pretty smooth. It was pretty smooth. I mean, we got some rough edges.
Pull the mic a little bit towards you. There you go.
I mean, we
So-
got some,
so you can
a little
talk.
bit of
Yeah.
oh,
There you
shit.
go. You got to talk into it, bro.
I mean, we got some rough edges that we could have fixed earlier, but we did it towards the end. So you know what happened.
You don't sound too happy about what happened.
Nah, I'm not. We should never lost a couple games. Those 3, really.
Well, let me dive a little deeper and maybe call up some demons.
I got some.
So to me, it's not really about, what team you're on. You always got to try to make your team better. You always got to rally around them. You always have to be the leader. If you have, people have said to me before, you can't have too many leaders. BS. If you have nothing but leaders on your team, guess what? People are going to be playing where they should be.
Yeah.
And doing what they need to be. So you understand that there's people that come out in front and there's people that back those players up because they just don't quite have the talent that some of the other guys have. But you need them to make the team. So my question to you is actually one that's fairly simple, but what do you think the Force needs as a team to be to put them up over the edge, to be a little bit more competitive with, and not saying that you guys weren't, but to win some of those close games that you did lose? What do you think the Force needs to put themselves in a better position to win those games? Okay, wow, I didn't think I was going to leave you speechless.
Nah. We just gotta need some players to come to practice the day that is like them days, like the playoffs. We didn't have that many people come to practice, and we was joking around a little bit at practice. So if we would have switched that up, it would have been a whole total different game.
I mean, I can understand that, but do you, and I don't want to put you on the spot, giving you something that, people are going to look at later and say, why do you say that? So I'm going to preface it like this. So do you think that if you guys would have had people at practice and you would have been a little bit more serious about the way the situation was breaking down, you guys would have had a better showing? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you look at where we are right now and fall brawl being serious to some, not as serious to others, and that's fine. We're not telling everybody, hey, you know what, you're supposed to be out here playing. I understand it. But my question to you is, do you think that playing in the fall is going to help you? Are you playing in the fall, first off? And and if you are playing, I don't, if you want to say what team, cool. If you don't, I understand. But do you think that is going to help your game moving forward?
Yeah, playing in the fall can help your game. Me, I'm not going to play in the fall because I like to stay in the gym. My workout's a little different than me actually getting on the field because I already know what I'm doing on the field, and I read the defense better than most of the running backs we got anyway, so it's real different. But some people should play in the fall because it does help their game. Even if the Force is not going to play in the fall, they should get on other teams and still get some extra work. Unless they got jobs that interfere, then that's a different story.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a different view. I mean, I don't know, because how do you feel about your teammates going out and making these, having these, season-long bonds with other people and everything, getting chemistry up with other people when y'all really could come in and y'all have the players to have the depth to be able to run through it and really be able to control injuries and control, as best as you can, control workload and stuff. You guys have so many weapons, but y'all have zero chemistry. None. Y'all practice and you guys can do the most and you guys can do all that, but it comes through in the last, and it's not even all on the players because y'all abandoned the run, which was running it down sick with his throat. Y'all abandoned it in the second half and gave up ass in the second half to lose the playoff game. Yeah. On some shit that was already working. You know what I mean? And they didn't make the adjustments on the D line to force y'all away from it. Y'all started trying to throw the ball when you guys were averaging 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, definitely.
But also at the same time, there comes a different camaraderie. If you guys are playing together all the time, you guys hit the huddle and you guys know what'll work. You're calling that audible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're not sure with each other, the play call that comes in, that's what we're going with. Does that make a little bit more sense?
You're always going to be sure of.
And with everybody leaving and stuff, not everybody's going to come back. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I really like about how Sick With It went through everything. They didn't go through a whole bunch of changes.
Yeah.
The Insomniacs are carrying back. They didn't add outside of me and a couple more people. There wasn't a whole lot of additions. There's more people trying to leave or just find their way. I feel with the Force, it kind of puts you guys behind the 8 ball to start from fucking scratch every year. You guys might have gotten better individually, but just coming from a defensive line standpoint, y'all have good personnel that look good in drills, right?
Yeah.
Because you know how to play your position, but that's not what D-line's about. How do you guys fix these chemistry problems with not only not playing in fall brawl, which might be one of the best seasons to play in, but on top of that, you guys are building chemistry with other people. So it's not only are you starting from scratch, you're starting from a negative. How do you guys overcome that?
Yeah, you can't overcome that without truly without playing in the fall together. There's no way to overcome it for real.
Well, you know, and two
Or
things.
if you're not playing in the fall, then everybody got to come to practice and we got to go hard, 100% offense versus defense every day for that chemistry to be there.
Right.
Go play in the
Exactly.
fall.
Because you have to see live looks. The only way to really be in like football ready mentally and physically is to play football.
Yeah, because
Yep.
everybody in the fall already playing for 100% every game. So.
And that's kind of what I was getting at when I was talking to you about this. Two things. One thing, my wife's watching, so I got to behave. The other one is that what I was getting at was the fall season. To me, I've watched teams gel in the fall, and come spring, it's a total different team than it was in the fall. Same players, just a total different team. I think that the force being kind of fractured the way they are, and some of the players from the force going to play on other squads, they gel with that squad, not necessarily with their team. And again, I'm not knocking anybody for it. I'm just saying that I think that some of that can be taken to where if you guys played in the fall, bringing that over to the spring, you'll see the difference.
Yeah.
And I think that when I asked you, what do you think the reason is that you guys have lost close games? I mean, I always pointed to, like you did, when you were talking about practice, I always pointed to practice when I was a player coach. And I always said, look, you got to practice like you play. And if you're not here, how can you practice like you play?
Yeah.
Right? So we always look at, and the way I would look at it is use the fall. And I'll tell any team, use the fall as your practice. It doesn't matter what you do. You don't win the championship, so who cares? The big part is winning the national championship come spring.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And use the fall season to prepare for the spring. And the teams that do start to gel, and those teams are the ones that you see usually in the upper echelon.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question, or just let me ask you this. So first off, tell the viewers of how you got involved in the game of football. And after that, you were a very busy man this summer, and you got to go experience some tryouts. So tell our viewers about that.
How I got into football? I'm from Houston, so football is big out there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
where it started at. And then I moved out here, and I just kept going with the flow. This past weekend, I just went to the XFL showcase. Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was pretty smooth. There were some events I could have did better on my part, on my end, that I feel like just waiting for them to watch the film and hopefully get a call back.
Well, what type of events did they have you going through?
We did the L drill, the triple broad jump, the 40-yard dash. Then we went to individual.
Almost kind of like what you did in Bullhead City. That
At the combine?
combine.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the intensity like in that environment for you?
No, it was big. It was crazy. Everybody was focused up, doing their best, doing what they could do. It was just cameras everywhere, getting everything. You just had to be for real there.
And the reason I ask, Reek, is because you are and you have been picked by a lot of us. And I mean, I won't even say that. You were picked by me as one of the first people that's going to get picked up to go to the next level.
Yeah.
Like because of your work ethic, because of your professionalism and how you carry yourself and your overall, you're just an athlete, right? And you're ready for that next level. You're at the age bracket, whatever. So like, how do you feel like it translates getting into that moment? Like with all those cameras, with all those pictures, what do you think that the A7 players can do to put themselves in that limelight to get them ready for that? Like you've experienced something that really you're trailblazing for everybody else in the league, and you're a main representative for our league at this point at the next level. What can we do to put ourselves in that position? And what do we have to be ready for?
You just gotta stay working hard, stay in the gym, stay focused up. I mean, I don't know how many people get camera shy or get nervous when there's other dudes there that's in the same position as you, that looks bigger than you, stronger than you, or you think they're faster than you. But when it's time for you to get on that line, do that 40, do that long jump, you just got to put it all that hard work you did. You just got to let it all out there, because they probably did as much work as you, but you probably did more on the days that they was resting and you wasn't. So you just got to let it all out every day.
So do you think A7 athletes really have a shot at the next level?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, yeah.
And that's not a small level. Like, people will talk down on like USFL and
Just
XFL
like
and stuff like that
basketball,
because everybody has league dreams.
Yeah.
Like, but that's a real level.
But the
Like,
NFL
that was a
doesn't have
real
a D
event
league.
you were just at.
We have to understand that the NFL does not have a
No, they don't.
developmental league.
They don't.
So when you start to look around the league, when you start to look around and say, okay, who are these guys that are on the practice squad, right? Who are these guys that are trying to get to the next level? You have to understand that they have to come from somewhere,
Yeah.
right? So because they don't have a developmental league, you have to look at that and say, okay, A7FL is part of that.
Yeah.
The XFL is part of that. USFL is part of that. And you
Well-
have to understand that.
Well, I'll even say it like this: people forget before Warren Moon put on the gold jacket in Canton, he was playing for the former Edmonton Eskimos in the CFL, winning Grey Cups.
I won't forget that because I remember that.
No, but I'm
You're
saying
damn near too good for this, for CFL.
But I'm just saying him, Doug Flutie, Jeff Garcia. I mean, the list goes on.
They all have to start
They
somewhere.
have to start somewhere.
And
Because,
that's the thing. If you don't get
Yeah.
picked up, that's what I'm saying. If you don't get picked up by an NFL team, if you don't get drafted,
It's not
you
over.
have to go somewhere.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
And to be here, especially here in Vegas, and I'm not knocking anybody else. I got to go with who I am the division manager for. I'm for Vegas. So you having an opportunity to be seen here in Vegas and to have that opportunity to go elsewhere should play huge in what we're talking about A7FL, period.
I mean, heck, even Arena Football League, Kurt Warner, the perfect example, playing for the Iowa Barnstormers and, being a stalker. And, of course, we all know his story. But, I mean, if the opportunity is there, be it Arena, be it XFL,
said
be
a
it
stalker.
USFL, he was a overnight stalker at Kyvie
Grocery store.
Grocery store.
I was just laughing because he said being a stalker. And I'm like, oh, really? Who was he stalking? What was her name?
Brenda.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But anyhow, but you getting these opportunities, which obviously it can't happen to anybody because obviously you were, selected to do that and go to these tryouts. So to pinpoint what Sky said, what would be your advice, or if somebody were to come to you and ask, what would be your advice to them for that?
My advice, take a chance. You got to take that chance in life. Because there was a couple that I missed because I didn't have the money or I felt like I wasn't ready. But even if you're not ready, just take a chance. Then you can see what you can improve on.
You just have a request. The Mighty Quinn just said, come play where he's at. He just said that right now.
Hey, you know what? And I'm gonna read directly from this because my wife is. Shout out to Tammy. Which what she says is true. A winning team is not made up of all great players. A winning team is made up of a team that plays great together, and
Well,
that
heck.
is true.
Well, heck, look at the Diamondbacks. 84-win team, and they're playing in the World Series.
Well, I mean, she's also talking because she's seen some of the teams that I put out on the field, so she knows. But what I'm saying is, when you have a bunch of players that understand how to play together, understand their weaknesses, and can cover for those weaknesses, you've got a really good ball club.
Mr. Ramirez, we appreciate the love, brother. Thank you.
Hey, Tariq, who do you think has the best D-line in A7?
Best D-line?
Look at the little half smile. He already knows. He already knows. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it, man.
Probably
Don't.
Insomniacs.
Yeah.
It's hard not to argue that.
I mean, it really, AJ, I mean, it's hard to.
Please run to
beat
my
that.
side. Please run to my side. Please run to my side.
The thing that I can say about AJ that I don't say enough is we talk about, Dub likes to say, please run to my side. But one of the things that I like to say about AJ is I've never seen somebody that's so good be so humble.
Yeah.
And that kid is one of the most
We
humble
got-
people I know.
We got another one right here next to us, too.
True.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like, you're not going to
Facts.
find a clip a soundbite or anything of him talking bad to somebody or about somebody. Like it's him working hard, trying to have fun, playing ball, enjoying the game that it is,
and do backflips in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean he finds it enough. He had to find something to do.
Like he's Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, I mean he finds the end zone.
Billy
enough.
White Shoes Johnson.
That too.
Yes, sir.
Old school.
Man, we love watching you play. We love watching your Instagram account. If you want to give that a shout out, great workout advice. I mean, great advice all around. You know what I mean? Like it's a good page to watch. Make sure you can get in some of them drills. If you can't do half of this shit, I mean, you might not want to get out here.
I'll just say this, as we unfortunately have to say so long to Reek. If you have aspirations, just go watch what Reek does. He does it at a classy level. Does it like a true professional. You can learn a lot of things just watching this young man and how he carries himself. Like, seriously, you cannot ask for a better representative of this league, of this division, of this game. I'm telling you, you can learn a lot from watching this young man.
So,
I'm telling you.
Just real quick, T, is there anything that you wanted to talk about? Is there anything that's on your mind that you want to get off your chest?
Me? No. Oh, but yeah. Actually, everybody want to know where I'm at. I'm in Reno right now. I live in Reno. So I might.
I'm sorry.
I might.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I was thinking into the back of my mind. My bad, bro. My bad.
I might
Gotta
get
get
on
a
the team
Whataburger.
out there. I might get on the team out there.
For fall or for spring?
Spring.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. Well,
Interesting.
Let me find out you're gonna be running behind a whole line of oozes.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Scotty
little
gonna
rugby
run the
team
other
up
way.
there. Man, I don't run from nobody.
I know you don't, but I like saying it.
Yeah. I mean, my butthole might open up a little bit. when I see it
Oh,
coming.
Lord. Here we
There you
go.
That shit hurt. Them oozes hit hard.
Thank you. Yes.
The one, the only, Mr. Tyreek Vuderick Flowers. Always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Well, just simple. He is helping the Blazers recruit up there in the brethren state of Northern
Did you say
Nevada.
recruit?
Recruit, yes.
Is that a play on his name?
No.
That's pretty good.
No.
Oh, okay. You meant recruit.
You do know I have my own language.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
I do have dubisms. Like Madden has Maddenisms, I got dubisms.
Charlie Batch. Whatever.
That too.
Uncle Charlie.
Anyhow,
Quan.
any thoughts, Quan? No pizza today. What's going on here?
Scary.
Oh,
Crackers.
the saltines. You need some peanut butter.
It's my people.
Wow. I
take
wasn't going to
offense
go
to
there. I wasn't going there. I was leaving that one alone.
I resemble that remark.
Right? Wow. Facts. Quan spitting facts.
Oh well, I just wow.
Wasn't going to say nothing, man. I was just like, wow, okay.
So as you can see at the beginning of the show, you saw our very new flashy logo brought to you by Nick Blaze. Shout out
Thank
to
you, Nick.
Blaze. And also a new theme song for The Other Side of the Ball. And in addition to that, and thanks to Mama Blaze as well, we do have a website. It's called theothersideoftheball.com.
Dang.
Scotty didn't even know about that. He's like, really?
In addition, we also have
That's
our
smart
own.
stuff.
We also have our own YouTube page, which you can go search on YouTube, The Other Side of the Ball. And we also have an Instagram page, The Other Side of the Ball. So, if you want to learn more about The Other Side of the Ball,
Sure would.
go search The Other Side of the Ball.
God.
As you can see, there's myself. There's Mike Tomlin.
There's me. With a smile on my face. There's
Yes.
Scotty. The Viking.
And the black skin that can't tan. And Pierre. Looking like he's in the press box calling
Curtis looking
play.
mean in that picture.
He looks like he's about to just stiff arm somebody real hard.
To the
Hey,
ground.
whatever happened to old boy, local kid, man? I want to see what team he signs up for. He got into some trouble,
But as you can
that was one of the best linebackers
But
we
as
had.
you can see, courtesy of Quan, there it is. There's a wonderful staff.
And by the way, scroll back up, Squan. I just want to see something.
Man,
A little
James,
bit.
you might wanna reach out to
a little
that
bit
kid.
down. Oh, cool. They spelled my last name correctly. Good.
As they did with mine. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Scott looks like he can barely open his eyes in that picture.
I can always barely open my eyes.
Are you like squinting?
That's a whole nother
No,
story. No,
it's
you know,
just-
come
I'm
on,
just-
man.
I'd be high,
Just
man.
leave it alone. You gotta go there. Just leave it alone, man.
He just looked like he was squinting. My bad.
Yeah.
And look at that one. I look all intense in that one.
I don't know what I look like. I don't know what's going on with me in that particular still photo. I'm just like, what am I plotting? Am I about to, lose something here? And
Dude, look at my picture, man. I look like I'm ready to kill somebody. Scotty looked like he's freaking scared.
No. Scotty's like he's anticipating something because he's just all focused in.
Yeah.
Butt naked booty scoots. That's what he's anticipating. Look at that look on his face. He's like, yeah.
There it is. But anyways,
Anyway,
that is our website, theothersideoftheball.com. So we have a YouTube page, Instagram page. I'm pretty sure we have a Facebook page in the works as well. But other side of the ball, doing some new things. So please just go check us out and show us some love, as we appreciate all the love that you give us. And of course, like I always say, we enjoy doing this show. It is a joy working with these fine, wonderful gentlemen.
you could call us clowns. We all are. I'm okay with that. I actually love that, man. Look, you guys are part of the family now. I was being gone, and I can't talk about this enough. Being gone kind of sucks. I hate missing Wednesdays. I really do. I enjoy my time with my boys. I love talking football, as everybody knows that knows me.
I almost forgot. We are also on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
We
that.
are
That's
on
right.
TikTok.
TikTok.
We are on X, aka Twitter.
CCP.com.
If you don't stop. So yes, YouTube, Instagram, X, aka Twitter, and TikTok. You can find us at the other side of the ball.
Next thing you know, Scotty will be talking about whitehouse.com. Anyway, that's a whole other story.
So go.
First of all, I halfway believe in flat Earth. Don't play with me.
So to quote Biggie, like, share, EIEIO.
There you go.
Gang.
Thank you, Derek. Derek just said no OnlyFans. Not yet, anyway.
That'd really be the other side of the ball.
Right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, the producer just said we can.
Oh, can we?
We can what? OnlyFans?
I'll do
Okay.
feet stuff.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, man. Why are we going there? Why did you guys have to take Scotty there? Leave it alone. Enough.
So Mr. Wilson says you like
got
to.
me canceled.
So Mr. Wilson like to says you like to injure your own teammates. Is that a true statement?
Look, okay, so I'm so sorry, Tuggy, and
He's already apologizing.
No, I am. I'm so sorry. The way my motor works, right? Like I don't pay attention much.
It's sustained violence.
And
Hence the red shirt
unfortunately,
tomorrow.
he had somebody wrapped up, and I came in to clean up a tackle, and I legitimately tore his ACL.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and it's on film, and it's on the reels that we play a lot, and it's on like the commercials and stuff. It's kind of fucked up. It's everywhere. Unfortunately, man, I love you, Tuggy, and I'm very, very sorry, bro. I had my ACL torn the same way back in 2015. I've had my knee replaced twice because of it. I'm sorry.
I've only hurt my ankles, and rolling your ankle is not fun.
Wow.
Not like Garrison Hurst, but it almost pretty close.
Yeah.
How about ankle
fucked
bone
his knee
touching
up.
the ground?
Yeah. That sucks.
Anyhow, Scotty, it is your turn to lead us off on our final thoughts as we are about to wrap up episode number 57.
I mean, as far as final thoughts,
Hines? I'm sorry.
Hines 57.
Hines 57.
You are correct. Yes.
man, my final thoughts is, man, whatever it is that you have, like, that you're waiting on, jump on it. Like, go for it. It doesn't matter if you're reaching. You're supposed to be reaching in life. You're supposed to be a little bit uncomfortable. This shit's supposed to suck. It's supposed to hurt. Like, it's change isn't fun, but it's necessary. You have to get to the next level, whether it be in your personal life, in your relationship, in your business, whatever it is. Take the leap, take the jump. You're never gonna regret it. You'll always regret the steps you didn't take, man. That's all I got.
That was beautiful.
It was.
And very passionate.
Mm-hmm. Do you expect anything less?
No, I told you, Scotty is the official hype man for A7FL Nevada. If you didn't know, now you know.
Right? Never stops.
On you, Mr. Vera.
Couple of things for me. First off, I agree with you, Scotty. I think that, if you don't follow your dreams, if you don't put in the work, somebody else is going to. And
Absolutely.
They're going to take your spot. So if you ain't out there doing everything that you need to be ready, then, if you can't stay ready and you got to get ready, somebody's already ready.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're ready to go. For me, all these years in football, I love this sport. I love it more than basketball, baseball, anything else that I watch combined. Football is my time, and I love this game. I love A7, and my biggest thing for this is I love watching some of these young men play football because it is great seeing the smiles on their faces for what they do. All I could say is I'm ready for fall brawl. It's been too long for A7.
39 days.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
39 days.
I cannot wait. And I can't wait to be in the booth with some of my good friends. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. And for all the guys that are out there listening right now, I can't wait to see you guys because it's been a while. And I can't wait to see you guys coming out ready to play some ball. So for everybody out there, man, get ready. Get ready. And if you haven't watched A7, get ready for some great football.
Well, there's another 57 I forgot to mention, and that reflects to the city that we live in, and we just talked about how UNLV became bowl eligible for the first time since the 2013 season. Well, they were born in 1957, hence why when they had the mascot Hey Reb, his number was 57. Nonetheless, very rare that I'm silent, but here we go. I just am a fortunate, blessed individual to be surrounded by tremendous people, and have a platform to do what I do, and to, get help on how to, as Steve Young always likes to say, harness your craft, because it is a craft. Be it if you're a player, be it if you're an inspiring broadcaster, as yours truly is. Like I said, since I was 5 years old, all I wanted to do was get behind a mic and describe sports. And again, never put an age limit on yourself. Stop saying you got to do it by this time, at this time. There is no age limit. There is no limit to where you can achieve your dreams, because even when you think like it's all lost, there's always a ram in the bush. There's always an outlet. There's always somebody willing to lend that extra hand to be like, hey, I'll give you a boost. So,
Did he just say bush?
Ram in the bush, yes.
I'll ram her bush.
I
knew that
bet
was
you
coming.
would. But nonetheless, sometimes I do like to venture off and be alone and be to myself. But in the event of that, I ended up gaining a new family, which is the A7 family. Like I said, as the newcomer coming in last spring, I was a complete stranger and, trying to figure out, do I belong here? Would I last here? Would people be accepting of me? Well, needless to say, I've met some fantastic people and grew some special bonds with this people. And to piggyback off of what Chris said, I cannot wait to be in the booth with Chris, with the Viking. I just look forward to these meetings. I look forward to, this show. Like I said, we really do have a fun time doing the show, and you can see us genuinely enjoying ourselves. And this is why we do what we do, for you guys' entertainment, which is why I always say we hope you enjoy watching as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. And that's just not something to say. It's something that we mean, because this is just what we do.
Find something you love and be undeniable. That way, nothing can ever get in your way. If you do what you love and you get undeniable at it, make sure you work at your craft, work at what you love. Eventually, it'll pay off.
And imagine doing something for work, for money, that you love.
And
Imagine that.
And that's when they say it's not work.
Not work anymore. Now you're playing.
Now this is just all out, full-fledged fun.
Heck yeah.
But nonetheless, shout out to our producer, Nick Blaze, who's on assignment. Shout out to the Dr. Dre of A7FL Nevada and LA, Mr. Derek Duncan, who's also on assignment and probably is having his 5 o'clock somewhere, wherever that may be. Who knows? But special thanks to, like Scotty is right now, special thanks to Mr. Pierce, a.k.a. Pierre, and we need to get that finalization between you and Steve on who's going to, the taco bed. We got to understand.
Yeah, we got to understand that.
What's the ramifications? What is the
Loser
goal?
does butt naked booty scoots.
What's funny is I'm sitting here because I can see both of them, and both of them are smiling from ear to ear. It's
Butt
like,
naked
wow,
booty
okay.
scoots for the loser.
What's that, Pierce? What'd you say?
We don't want to see that, Scotty.
But shout out to him for filling in for Nick Blaze. Also, before I forget, don't forget the All Pro Jaffos with JP, Country K, and DJ Matstick. You can catch them on their page on YouTube. Also, don't forget the 3-on-1 podcast with Corey, Matt, and Rob. And also,
Big shout out to them.
And also, don't forget Saying Words, a new podcast involving Matt, Rob, and Corey. You can find that on whatever platforms you can listen to podcast on.
And the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Yes, and the Mizzle and Dub Show, starring myself and my brother from another, Mr. Raymond Mizzle Mason, to which we need to get Scotty on the show. So again, don't forget, All Pro Jaffos, 3-on-1, Saying Words, and yes, the Mizzle and Dub Show.
And another show coming soon.
And another show coming soon.
If you ever find yourself with some free time, Vegas Hype Media Network always has a cache of shows going on. Man, you're not going to be bored at any point. You have no reason to be bored because there's always something going on over here.
And a shout out to Miss Kelly. Love you, baby.
And again, hope you had a fantastic birthday. And darn
Better have had a fantastic birthday.
And darn your Eagles for adding Burr to your secondary. Dang you. Dang you, dang you, dang you. And also, special thanks to our sound engineer, Quan, while he's eating his saltine crackers minus no peanut butter.
At least he didn't put pineapple on that, too.
Don't give him any ideas.
That actually doesn't sound terrible.
You are
hashtag butt naked booty scoots.
You are sick. Anyhow, don't forget YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, other side of the ball. Like, share, subscribe, or you're a hater. Nonetheless, for Quan, for Pierre, for our guests, special thanks to Reek and Steve Ashmore. For the Viking, for Chris, I'm Charlie Batch and Howard Cosell. All in one. Saying thank you for watching number 57, and we will see you on the other side of the ball.
Peace out, y'all.
Gang, gang.
Keep it manly.
Is that what it is, man?
Very manly.
Manly. Gotcha.